Hi, Van here. So I wanted to make a quick video, uh, kind of discussing how I came out to my parents as trans, how that went, and kind of how my family is reacting right now. Because most of the videos that I find online about FTM, other trans dudes, a lot of them are really positive videos, discussing how their parents reacted and it was in a positive way, or it wasn't terrible, and they have a lot of support from their parents and their family, and it's just I feel like that's not really an accurate representation of what most trans guys go through. Um, so I wanted to kind of post, my whole ordeal to kind of highlight the other perspective, which I'm pretty sure is the more common reaction and situation when trans guys come out to their family. Um, Not all my family members are totally unsupportive or against it. In fact, I have several that support me and refer to me by my preferred name and refer to me in a male pronoun. Yeah, I mean, there's the occasional slip up, but they're very quick to apologize and correct themselves, which to me just shows me that they have respect for me. Um, but then there's other family members that don't react that way at all. My mom and my brother, to be more specific. Um, when I came out to my parents, my dad was pretty understanding and was basically just like, yeah, whatever makes you happy, like if that's what you want to do, I support you. I'm pretty sure he saw that coming. Actually, a few of my family members already stated to me that they had already seen this coming for a while now. My tia was just like, "Yeah, I knew this was gonna happen. I figured you'd start calling yourself Van, and you'd start taking the hormones and doing the whole transition thing eventually. It was just a matter of time." So, the people that I think understood me and really tried to get to know me could already see this happen. It wasn't a shock or a surprise to them. For some reason, it was a shock to my mom. Even though I had been dressing like a boy since I was 13, been dating women since I was 13. I cut my hair when I was 19 or 20. I had been going to work in men's suits and men's shoes since I was in college. And for some reason, this is just like she's totally blown away by it. And I just, when I came out to my mom, she stopped talking to me. And, she made a big thing out of it. She, for the 100 millionth time, threatened to write me off out of my inheritance or whatever, which at this point I'm not relying on. I mean, it's been taken away from me so many times I can't even count. So whether I get it or not, I'm not relying on it. I don't really care about it anymore. It is what it is, you know. But it's just I feel like I needed to talk about it and I needed to vent about it because it's frustrating and I think about it a lot and it really hurts, um, because I'm not a different person. I'm the same person. I'm the same person I was 10 years ago, even more than that, 15 years ago. And I'm only just now really able to, financially become my true self with the top surgery and the hormones. I paid for all of that out of my own pocket. Like, I'm not asking my parents for a handout. I'm just asking for a little bit of support and understanding, and to respect me and to respect my decision, and my brother as well. And for some reason, my mom and my brother they just can't get on board with that. My mom, when I saw her recently, which was the first time I had seen her in months because, again, like I said, she stopped talking to me when I started taking the hormones. Um, she referred to, or she refused to call me Van. She was referring to me in female pronouns. And when I confronted her about it and I said, hey, I go by Van now, she was like, yeah, you do, but I still call you Vanessa. And it's like, no, that's not right. You gonna call me Vanessa when I have a full beard and muscles and this really deep voice, and I'm walking around in a suit and a tie? You gonna be calling me Vanessa in public? And I think it was like when I said that it kind of dawned on her, like, well, like I guess she should get used to it. But it was a more of a like, oh yeah, I guess you're right, kind of thing. It wasn't a, I love you. You're my child. I support you. And I'm gonna at least give it a good old college effort to get used to referring to you in the male pronoun, get used to calling you by your name, and I'm not gonna fight you about it. It wasn't like that. And my brother, even now, like, still referring to people as his sister, and calling me she or calling me Vanessa, and we argue about it. He's like, well, you're Vanessa to me, and I'm like, but that's so disrespectful. If I'm not asking you to change your lifestyle. I'm not asking you to change what you think of me, or make any kind of huge change in your life. This is a change in my life. All I'm asking is that you respect me enough to at least make an effort to refer to me as Van and refer to me as a he or your brother. Just try to do it. And I know that it's a transition for everyone, and I know that people are still going to slip up and make mistakes. I still was referring to myself as Vanessa by accident the first couple months on T, because I had been used to doing it my whole life. So I understand that. But to not make an effort at all, and then to fight me on it, and to tell me that he didn't care, that he's still going to call me Vanessa because that's who I am to him, like, no, that's not right. And I feel like a lot of trans dudes go through that with their family members, but you don't see those videos online. The videos online that you see are 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds, 18-year-olds that are still living at home with their parents and have their parents' support, and their parents are paying for their surgery and helping them with their hormones, and they're not going through this. And it's just I just want guys out there to know that they're not alone, that that's not the norm, that it's normal to get this kind of pushback from family members. And I told my brother today, if you're not going to respect me, I'm just not going to talk to you. It's as simple as that. If my cousins can get on board, if my aunts can get on board, if my dad can get on board and at least make an effort, you can do it too. you know um, and I just needed to kind of rant about it a little bit, because the battle with my mom has been an ongoing battle my entire life. I feel like she's really done a lot of emotional damage. The confidence that I have in myself was damaged, and the way that I speak to myself, the way that I think of myself, I think has a lot to do with the way that she fought me so much my whole life on, how I dressed like a man and behaved like a boy. And it's not right. So, yeah, I wanted to make a video and kind of vent a little bit. Um, Curious to see your thoughts. If anybody else has gone through the same thing, how did they overcome it? How did you get your family members, your siblings to kind of get on board and start to respect you? I mean, I don't know if that's something that I can even help or dictate. I don't know if that's something that they have to do. You know, my mom and my brother, they're gonna have to come to terms on them by themselves, or is it something that I can do to help push them and get them there? I don't know.